Welcome, wholeness. Good day. I am glad you found me and I found you. You may have been looking for this, seeking, searching, trying to get some clarity about spiritual freedom. My name is Kawanda Zella with Planets Walk, and I wanted to do this video because I know what I needed when I was on my journey. I know how bumpy it was. I wanted, a little more clarity, information, guidance, roadmap, direction. I, I had the courage. Some people don't have the courage. So I wanted to give people the courage, the assurance that this is a step that you have a right to take. You can give yourself permission to take the right to spiritual self-discovery and freedom, and you have a right to cultivate that and try to find your community and practice and navigate and not feel so scared about it. And on that path, what you will discover is that you are a supreme being and you have a right to cultivate a spiritual practice for yourself that feeds you personally, intimately, without any judgment or fear. That's the main purpose for this video. So I'm so glad you're here. I hope you stay and gain and learn. So I really want to dive into first, what is spirituality? What does that mean? So a lot of times people say, "Oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual." What do they mean by that? What does that mean? That means someone who understands that they're a spiritual being, understand that there needs to be a spiritual practice, some level or kind of spiritual practice that may have some remnants or association with the religion, but may not be so strict or confined or boxed in. But they do still understand that there is a divine order, that there is a natural order, alignment with the universe. They're not trying to necessarily operate outside and be debased or lawless or anything goes or I don't have any rules or nothing applies to me. That's not about what spirituality is designed for the individual, because you still have a a rule of thumb and how you're referencing how to be a contributing individual for yourself, for your community, for your family, everyone around you. And also, when you think about, your spirituality, you really start to think about, it, maybe there's something else. I know for me, I was like, something else. I can't put my finger on it. I just know it's something. Maybe it sparked in you. Maybe you're okay with your, maybe you want to change religion. Maybe you want to expand, or like, I do believe this. I love this construct, but I want to be doing something else. Somebody on social media has said, religion is for the undisciplined. Now, I'm not going to argue that one way or the other, but some people do know that they need, or maybe not know that they need, that fine-tuned construct, regimen, strict, routine, non-deviating, non-flexible way of governing themselves. And that's okay, because we all require different levels of different things. And some people, they're there and they know, like, I need that, but I want to cultivate it for myself, or I want to add something else to that may not necessarily, be part of what you believe, but it can also assist you in many ways. And sometimes, certain religions don't believe certain things, but you can resonate and connect with a certain practice that you see serves you. So however you landed here, whatever you believe or think, it's, again, no judgment. You get to decide and understand and understand, which is knowing internally what that looks like for you, how religion exists. For me, I am on the light side of that, meaning this is about goodness, being a contributing individual, being non-harmful, safe, and being a light being. Nothing evil, dark, nothing of those practices. Staying on the light side of things and understanding how I want to exist there and for myself and for everyone that's around me. So once you have that understanding, then you start thinking about, okay, I have this journey, but, you know, there's people around me that have a problem with me making this decision, considering other things, judgment. And this is where I say to people, you have a right to your secrecy, your privacy. It doesn't have to be announced, advertised, you know, talked about. It doesn't have to be, no one has to know that you're taking this journey. You can keep this sacred and secret for yourself. Because what I found, I know people that are not strong enough to withstand the opinions of others, or they feel under attack and it's too much pressure and they feel like they have to now defend or give up something that they want to do that has, benefiting them because they shared it with someone, and now they feel doubtful, they feel like they're doing something wrong, like they're doing something evil, like they need an intervention, they're lost. So many things can come with that. And, I had a young man, he was an adult, but still living at home, and his family followed a certain religion, and they kind of had an expectation that this person would be interacting, getting up, practicing, going with them on said worship day. And he felt so violated because he was expected to continue that when he had discovered a greater awakening and spirituality within himself. And he was like, I want to tell them, I don't believe in that. I want to do this. And, sometimes whether you're in a different home environment, country, under different controls, you don't want to create a chaotic situation for yourself that may be problematic, that may, in some situations, get you ostracized or put you in harm's way because you feel called to a greater level of spiritual practice that may be different or not in line with those around you. So it's not about if you're doing something wrong. It's just about protecting your decision. You have to protect yourself, keep yourself safe. You don't want to put yourself in a negative situation because you felt like you had to shout out loud and tell everybody and make it clear that you're doing a certain thing if that's not going to be beneficial for you. And also, like I said, it just prevents you having to exert energy to defend your decision. If you're in that situation, keep yourself private, keep it sacred. If you have to do some, outwardly things because it's routine and expected, it's not in your heart. No one can tell you what your heart and your mind can think. They may tell you what they need to see you doing, and you may have to do that in certain situations, but you have a right to guard your mind and your heart and give yourself what you need spiritually if you so deem. And you don't need anybody's buy-in to do that. And that's another reason why I made this video, because some people just don't have the strength, the courage, the support, the community to take that leap that's churning in them that they know they need to make. And so, with that said, I wanted to share what has assisted and aided me. But I just had to give that cautionary portion there because we don't want anybody not to be safe, okay? So where do you start? Now that you realize it's something you want to do, why does it matter? What is spirituality anyway? It is a tool. You have to have tools for this life. There's so many things that you encounter in this beautiful, marvelous, scary, dangerous, wonderful world. Now, I do want to dive into the first level of understanding. If you have made this decision and you're embarking on this, or you need the support, you have to understand that you are more than a physical being. You are energy. You were energy before you became an energetic being. Now, as an energetic being, you have frequencies, you have vibration that communicates with things outside of yourself. The universe has the truth in every fiber of its being. And your frequency will discover that. It will align, it will sync, and you will know that you're on the right path. You may not know in your mind, but you will know in your frequency. And you will feel it like a key opening a treasure, that things that you are now learning are starting to connect and make sense and reveal and pull back the curtain and clear the path. It will start making sense for you. Now, you have that understanding. I really want to focus heavily on foundation. Your foundation is the key to success in your spiritual journey. And what do I mean by foundation? I used the platform community Secret Energy. I will be dropping down the link in the description of the direct access link for myself into the community. There, I was able to take baby steps and grow and develop in my understanding and spiritual awareness. It's such a great platform for several reasons. When you're taking this leap, this step, you do not want to feel obligated. You do not want to feel pressured. You do not want to feel pulled. You do not want to feel persuaded. You do not want to feel tricked. You don't want to feel any type of, sense of I'm locked into something and maybe I can't get out. This platform has a free level. They have a free level, paid level. They have a free level that allows you to take baby steps into entering this new realm of knowledge. And the platform has compiled years and years of research and study and different civilizations and their understanding and how they've cultivated and personified and related to the energies around themselves spiritually. And it's all in one place. And it's fascinating. And you have access to this library of videos, information at a free level. And you are able to do this self-discovery at kind of in solitude. So no one is monitoring you, bothering you, looking at you, requesting anything of you, demanding anything of you, expecting anything of you. At this level, you have so much available. And they take you through the baby steps, right? So it's just not shoved on you. They have it outlined, structured. You feel safe. You feel like you have control of how you want to learn and grow. Nobody's taking anything from you. They're allowing you to be. You get to come in, and they have an entry point that is called Ennealogy. And what that will do will help you discover the fullness of yourself as a spiritual whole being. It will walk you through in baby steps the fullness of every single way that you exist. You will discover the energetic self, how you resonate, what your frequencies are. You will understand yourself metaphysically. How do you exist beyond time and space? You will understand yourself cosmically, your celestial identity. You will understand yourself spiritually, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, anatomically, as well as socially with your environment. And as you are kind of piecemealed this information and self-discovery, you will have a great awakening of yourself that will answer many questions, clear up many things that you have been asking and trying to navigate. It will also help you understand those around you a lot better and how you can best interact with those around you. And it's such a wonderful place. And that's why it has just helped me grow in so many ways. Um, I'm one of those people, I'm like, don't try to lock me in. You know, um, you will experience guilt if you're coming out of some type of construct or religion or considering studying and broadening your horizons. But I tell people it will dissipate as you grow and develop and mature. All of that is kind of pulling you in your self judgment, your self fear, a lot of the over caution that you may be doing something wrong. It'll dissipate. It has been for me the best feeling. I feel so free. I feel so light. I feel a relief. I feel a release, and I am literally overjoyed. And I also encourage forgiveness for yourself. Don't judge yourself. Why didn't I find out this sooner? Why didn't it come to me sooner? What was I all this time? I could have been doing this and that. It's okay. It comes to you when it's meant for you. And when it's meant for you, it comes to you. So don't get caught up in that cycle either. Just allow the growth. Now, I will caution with this knowledge. On this platform, you can join and listen to some stuff and kind of search around, but this knowledge can send you into disorientation, hysteria, because it doesn't know where to go. It doesn't know where to fit. So it is very important that you create the foundation that has been outlined first. If you introduce yourself to so much of this information and knowledge before you build your foundation, you will feel confused. You will feel like you can't grasp or get your footing. But once you have that foundation, everything filters through this new person that you become. Because this platform will tell you what needs to be in your environment, what you need to change, how you need to meditate, what your diet needs to look like, what you need to be doing for yourself physically, socially, environmentally. And I know when people hear the word meditation, they automatically, sometimes some people just can't get it. I've heard people say that. Like, what is it, meditation? I can't get it. I don't know what to do. Meditation is about going internally, closing out things on the outside and being in tune with yourself. Let me show you this. I tell people, I got this. I got this. Now, this is not the one from, the doctor grade, overly expensive one. This was an inexpensive version that I got. And you listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Not only is it your lifeline, it is your entry point to your inner self. Once you hear your heartbeat, you know that you are inside. And once you develop fully, you may not even need this anymore. But that will help get you in the space. It'll pull you from outside. Wham, you're inside. And now you're listening to your heart, your hands, your body. You can travel through your body to understand how to listen to yourself, to develop that inner ear, that inner instinct, all of that. So this platform teaches you, guides you, assists you in developing all of those areas. So when you get to the knowledge, you're ready. Then you can filter and compartmentalize and decide what you want to keep and what doesn't serve you. You don't have to take it all. You don't have to believe it all. It's nothing forced. It's just awareness. It's open source. And it's like a basket. You're in a, all you can know, so to speak, type of buffet, and you can pick and choose what you need, what resonates, what path you want to travel. They do recommend, they recommend that you kind of go through all of the scopes of kind of builds that they have, just so you can have that full awareness and make a more sound judgment and create a better life for yourself. Understand that you are your supreme being and that all the tools that you need, you have in yourself. And that's what's so great about it. You start to realize that you will value yourself, what you think, more than you ever have before. You will create for yourself boundaries that will protect you, and people may not be used to you, but you will feel courageous enough to say, no, I've carved out my safe boundary and I'm sticking to it. You won't feel guilty about having those boundaries because you now have the tools to support yourself. And if you do want to go to the paid version and dive into the live sessions that they have with community, you can do that as well. But they do also have a Discord that you can chat at the free level, which is limited interaction, but you will have a community. You don't have to do it alone. People are the same thinking as you. So that's one of the things that's very important. You will start to see those changes. Another caution, this knowledge will literally blow your mind. And it can, even with your preparedness, send you into a whirlwind because it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. But it's very powerful. And you have to be a good steward of this knowledge as it's acquired. And what does that mean? That means that you're going to be opening levels of yourself that are powerful. And you have to make sure that at those moments that you're mindful that you are not overly self-serving, not too selfish. You always, as you tap into this, you want to be for the greater good of humanity and be a great contributor and be unselfish as you grow and learn. Being selfish with this type of knowledge can really work against you to a detriment. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. And also, when you get this level of knowledge, you want to share. You are like, wait a minute, everybody needs to know, especially all of my loved ones, my friends. Understand, everyone is not sparked to a greater level. Everyone is not going to be on the mothership. And it is okay. Some people are okay where they are. They don't have a greater calling. They don't have a greater desire. They don't have a greater need. And you can respect that. Respect that. Some people may ask and you share and they can grow and learn and evolve with you. Some people, that may not be the case. And you want to respect that. You don't want to now have your knowledge and try to change people, shift people, force your ideals and new knowledge on people. You don't want to turn into that. Depending on, situation, relationship, and space, you may be able to introduce new practices, new diet, new physical behavior that may then spark an interest, or maybe not, but they may be on board with some new things that you've discovered in new ways that can be beneficial to them and you, or y'all, or both you both together. But just be cautious and respectful and a good steward of all the information that's there as you discover. I have had a lot of other platforms that have helped me as well. I will also include the link to those platforms just so that you have some more areas of self-discovery and aid. What you will discover on this journey is that you have all the wonders, all the mysteries of this great universe and beyond. You will start to understand you're a supreme being. You will start to understand that you are also a planet. You will understand that planets walk. I hope this has been helpful to you. I have not been able to rest because I had to get this video out. So I would love, love, love to hear from people that were looking for this, how it has helped you. If you want to, celebrate me, you can do that as well. But I also want to know, as I'm serving you, that your feedback, you know, serves me as well, to know that, there was a calling for this information that I had to get out. I thank you for your time. Please subscribe. I will be doing more videos. Hopefully, eventually be able to do live sessions as well. Please let me know what you thought, and happy spiritual hunting.